Hey guys, Scoop Malaire here. Today I'm going to come at you guys with a little more porta potty humor. In case you didn't know, for several years I did the festival circuit where I was selling at fairs and festivals all over the country. And when you're setting up at the festivals, a lot of times the festivals have got some bathrooms in one part of the festival, but other times they might have porta potties that most of the people end up using. And at one festival, I was set up right near the porta potties. And when that happens, you tend to be around some interesting scenarios. Now, I was lucky because the porta potties were upwind from me, so that really wasn't an issue. But they were only about maybe 50 yards behind where I was set up at, and there was a lot of people. This is a very big country music festival, lots of big names at it. And while I was there were a lot of people, going back and forth. That's what made my location a pretty good location. But you end up seeing some interesting things. And in this case, I saw these three women. They were kind of dressed almost like in typical cowgirl regalia. They had jean shorts, they had the button-up shirts, cowboy boots. They were sitting there, but they were milling around kind of one of these tabletops that were away from the porta potties, but behind my booth. And they looked like they were waiting on some friends maybe to be coming out of the porta potties. When some guy comes stumbling by, big beer belly, no shirt, cut off jean shorts, he's wearing cowboy boots, and he's just rambling by, and it looks like he's probably had a few drinks. As he gets to the porta potties, he bangs his way into him, opens up the porta potty, closes the door, and then all of a sudden the door opens back up and he leans back out with one hand on the door and says, hey ladies, there's room in here for one more. And I've got to tell you, there must have been 5 seconds of complete silence. Even if there was music going on and other things happening, the silence was deafening and the stare was glaring between these three women and that one guy. And I've got to tell you, this is either the best or the worst pickup line I've ever heard, or maybe both all in one. But guys, if you ever have an idea to try this, I wouldn't bother. This completely bombed for this guy. And a few seconds later, he went back into the porta potty and closed the door behind him. And the three women just looked at each other and busted out laughing. Now, this is insignificant, I know that, but when you're in different places and you see different things, certain things stick with you. And I'm Scoop Malaire. I'm trying to figure out interesting or creative ways to share with you guys some of the funny things that have happened to me. If nothing else, maybe to remind you of something else that happened to you, maybe you go out and tell somebody that story. Or maybe you'll tell them about this channel, Stories by Scoot, and then they can subscribe and start watching these videos as well. But either way, if you will just continue to subscribe, like, and share, you'll see even more Scoop Malaire.